there, thanks for stopping by. This is Dasby, otherwise known as FM18 on YouTube and Twitter, and you're joining me for the second episode of my George Best experiment. What if George come home? What if he came back to Manchester United as a 17-year-old wonder kid? Little bit of a backtrack here. I thought it might be good to show some stats from July 17 when he first joined the club, because in game time we are now up to, I think it's January 19, I think, so we're a year and a half ahead, so which we shall see in a bit. So what I've done, I've just done these screenshots just to show his development so far. If you haven't seen the first video, I do urge you to watch it, because even though I'm going to run through this the attributes now, it does give you the premise of it, how I've done it and stuff like that. Things such as having, as well as the pre-game editor, having to leave the in-game editor open here. You can see in the top corner the little sort of pencil moniker, just to make sure that I can force Marino back into the job, because basically to access all these attributes and stats like this as a manager, I've had to go on extended holiday and give Marino everything to do as assistant manager. But I promise you there will be no stats tinkering or attribute tinkering, should I say. Everything here is as you see. So if they go down, they go down. If you get sacked, you get sacked. If he has a career-ending injury, whatever, it will happen. I will not be pissing around with it. So what we see is what you see is what you get. Right, so let's have a look. So this is I've got a couple of these screens. I'm just going to whiz forward through just to show you what I mean. But let me come back again. So we're going to spend just a few minutes going through this. I think this is something I'd certainly like to do in my FM experiments. I'm just starting with them, but I think this is lacking this proper analysis, and I'd really like to keep doing this. So let's have a look. Starting at the top there, of course, 17 years old. That's the right birth date, but of course, and birth month, but of course not the right year. He was valued walking through the door at 69 million, which isn't bad. Found on a council estate in Northern Ireland. Absolutely fantastic. He's got £110 a week until the 30th of June. Massive disparity, all of that. He's got 9 pros and 3 cons. Current ability 3, potential 4 with the black star. His stats came out, his attributes, sorry, not as I'd wanted, because in the editor you can give him as many 20s as you want, but he puts it through this youth filter and it comes out differently. It's quite exciting, really, seeing what happens. So you can see a lot of his 16s drop down to 20 and so on. Sorry, the other way around. A lot of his 20s dropped down to 16. Apart from flair, determination, they stayed up, which was quite nice. Got heavily penalised on long throws and marking. I've had a look in the editor since, and I did give them, I think it was 8 and 10 for the marking. So they just got hammered, and I always thought it was the green ones that got altered, but I was quite surprised by that one. Okay, so let's have a look. You can see over on the other side here with his foot, his either foot, of course. Favoured his right, but deliberately played with his left to develop it. Stayed behind and trained with his left. Goalkeeper rating of 3, which is quite interesting. If you watch the last one, you'll know that he drops that one. It's quite funny. Yeah, nothing more to say. I mean, he's only just walked in the club at this point. So let's go forward to January. So in January here, his biography's gone up, you can see. Massive biography then, saying he's one of the world's football's global superstars at the age of 17. This is only, what is it, 5 months later, 4 months later. Let's have a look. His positions are all the same, but let's just have a look at his attributes. I'm just going to flick between them just a few times. Sorry if it's annoying, but it'll just give us an idea of where he's gone. See if you spot anything. It's about you looking as well, really. If you spot anything, let me know. So going to January now, you can see we've got a lot of these 16s have gone down to 14. That's quite interesting. His corners have gone up to 8. No, sorry, I've got it the wrong way around. That I'm getting mixed up. His corners have gone down as well to 8 from 10. Well, let's have a look at the positives. Anything gone up? So his composure's gone up. Yeah, we spoke about this last time. His composure's gone up, and his strength has gone up. It must have gone down. It's going back up again. Okay, so you can see. Let's go back to July again. So in July, if we look at the bottom ones, he's a team leader in the secondary social group. I'm assuming that's in the under 23s. It must be. Wants to break into the first team. Okay, there were signs of that in the next one. You'll see that. Transfer status not set. Thank God for that. Don't want him transferred. That would be a bit of a bummer. And so far his stats non-competitive 7.53, 2 goals, 2 assists in 3 games. Can't argue with that, can you? Fantastic. So let's go forward again. Positions are exactly the same. Of course, this doesn't include training. Quite surprised to see that his training last time was as a, at the end of the last episode, I think it was advanced playmaker. It was. I don't know if I mentioned it then or whether I've just looked at it myself, but it was advanced playmaker. So it'd be interesting to see what had happened since then. So okay, let's so you see stats, much of muchness really. Is if you look at the physicals, oh yeah, we just said that, didn't we, about his strength. He's got loads and loads of player traits. I gave him running running with the ball down left, right and centre. Presumably there's 3 of him. That was a cock up. I never really thought about that. I just thought, what does he do? Thought that's what he does. So there you go. In the European Super Cup, which is very apt, he got 2 assists and 1 penalty in 1 game, and he got an average rating of 8.7. That was against Real Madrid in the Super Cup, which was his debut European game, which was really apt. Here's the interesting one now. Let's go to May now. So again, I'm just going to a few times. You can tell me in the comments whether you find this annoying or not. I'm thinking if I'm watching it, it would be quite useful. I'm just going to skip through it because I think if I do this, you get an idea yourself of what's happened. Okay, so I think not much has changed really, apart from the up arrows. Yeah, so I'm looking obviously at the attributes now. So let's have a look at the physical column first. I'm going to flick through again. So nothing in physical. He's gone down in passing. His composure is on the way up still. That's good. In mental and physical, his strength is yeah, his strength is the same. So he's static. He's basically static by May 18. Not a lot happening. Had his if you look at his biography a sec. There you go. His biography's increased at the bottom. He's so far lifted the English FA Cup. That's why, yeah, and the Premier Division in 2018. Right. Well, let's move on from this now. I'm actually going to go live in game. Now I've not looked at this, so I'm just going to tab over. Okay, so he's. Let me just go back again. Again, I'll get that comparison. So here he was in May 18. Let's do the same thing again. Oh, his value was 46. Sorry, let me jump back again. His value was 46, 44, 69. So his value's fluctuating. He's now on £61,000 a week. But let's go back in game again. So again, nothing's changed, I don't think. If you can spot anything there, I don't think anything's changed with his attributes there. So of course it's only been a couple of months. It's only been 3 months. But right, let's go back in game now proper so that I can actually play the game and move around and show you. So yeah, all right. So he's gone quite static. Oh, he's injured. That's why. Oh, broken ankle. Gutting, broken ankle. So that's well hampered him, that. How long's he been out with that one? We'll have a look at that in a minute. It's normally it's at least 6 weeks, isn't it? And then you got your rehab. It's going to be about 4 months, isn't it? 3 or 4 months. So he's an influential player. 2 short-term plans. Wants to win a trophy and is excited by the team's chance in the Premier Division. Okay, I'd be interested to see what team he's in now with this in the under-23s. He was sort of pushing for the first team permanently. He played a few. Okay, he's inside forward. So they put him as an advanced playmaker last time on his training. I'm quite interested to see what's happening. We've got another game in 2 days against Liverpool. Let's have a look at his stats. So Premier League 6.9 in 1 game. I wonder what happened there. That could be the game where he broke his ankle. Okay, we'll have a look at that one. Checker trade. So which is his best score? So his best score is in the checker trade trophy. Let's actually start with this one. 434 passes. Minutes on pitch per assist. Crosses completed 3 out of 54. So yeah, it doesn't. He's done a lot of crosses, but he's only completed 3 of them. All right, Georgia. Well, you're only a young lad. You're a bit greedy as well, so I'll let you off with that. So let's have a look at goals. We're going to sort by goals. So his checker trade, yeah, he's obviously been played been played as a reserve player, really, hasn't he? Checker trade, 7.8, yeah, 2 goals, 1 goal per game. So yeah, I'm just wondering if it's to do with those injuries. So let's go to, where'd you go to injuries now? I can't remember. His medical report. Let's have a look. Jesus Christ, this has never been it. They've only been small ones. They've only been niggles, haven't they? So it's been out 3 months. Wow. So received in match 9th of November 2018 versus Arsenal under 23s. Gutting. So he's got his left foot as well. It's his left foot. Okay. So I wonder if that affects his ability to play on the left eventually. He's got a bruised shin, twisted knee. It's all the usual FM stuff, isn't it? Get a nudge, trip over a bloody step, and you're out for a week. Okay, that's interesting. So what's his contract info these days? Let's have a look at that. He's 110. I can't remember what he was on last time. It's not gone up, I think it has. He's on rotation for squad status. Yeah, loyalty bonus 3.2 million. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the same as it was before. I don't think he's had a new contract. Okay, attribute changes, training. Trequartista! Trequartista, okay, I wasn't expecting that. That is interesting, that. On the right. So he's been trained last time as an advanced playmaker over on the left. So they have moved him to the right. I wonder how long that's been going on. And quickness. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can see that, can't you? It's gone down. His acceleration and his pace has gone down. So, whoa, okay. So here we are. We had that massive drop off at the start, and then we've not really recovered, have we? So it's just the injuries, really. He was sort of fair to middling, just moving along okay, and then he just leveled out then. Right, so form, of course, it's not going to show much. Oh, here we go. Here's where he's been played. So he's been played as an inside forward. Swansea, Bournemouth. So on in 80 minutes, off in 70. So he's been used as a super sub, isn't he? Not so much a super sub looking at these. On in 45 against Arsenal as an inside forward. DLF and Stoke. That's a good position for him. Fantastic. So the game is actually forcing him into the right positions. Bayern. Plays an MC at Bayern. 21 passes for only 32 minutes play. Get it 6.7. Got a key pass. And he gets a chance, isn't it? Chances created, yeah. So he's knocking on the door, isn't he? Definitely. Played Rosselaire, that's got to be a friendly, hasn't it? Injured. Dumbarton. There we go, there's a trequartista. So I wonder if that's where it's come from, maybe. Did he have a good game that game? No, he didn't. But for some reason, yeah, for some reason they've given it him. 25. Here we go, look at this. 25 passes, 22 completed. Is that why the game engine has forced him to be in a trequartista? Because that is his best passing rate. He's had a good passing rate with winger there, but not as good as that. That might be that might be why. I'm quite impressed if the game engines work that out from that. That is quite impressive. Inside forward, complete forward. So I like the way they've been trying him in different positions. It's quite nice. So yeah, impressed with that. That's quite good. That coach report, susceptible to injuries. I don't think he had that before. Yeah, fairly selfish. Yeah, finding it hard to adapt to the core group of the squad. Does that mean he's? We've not checked yet. Does that mean he's in the main squad, or it could just refer to the 23s? So let's have a look. Let's go for squad, and we'll go for. Oh, I don't need to. Is that in there? So is this a senior team? Yes, it is. Right at the bottom. I'm guessing because he's injured. So does that mean his status is his first team? It does, doesn't it? Squad player and could still improve. So he's done it. That's good, isn't it? So it took him a year and a bit. No, sorry. Yeah, year and a half, and he's actually in it. He's in the first team. So one would hope that once he comes back, he's going to be straight into that first team. I've just noticed this. He's exactly the same stars as Rashford, including potential as well. So let's compare him to Rashford. Different players, of course, but, well, I don't know. Rashford can play here, can't he? Maybe not so deep as George, but let's have a look. I'm loving this experiment. It's just so interesting. So where's Rashford gone? Elemental, there we go. Okay, so George is more rounded than Rashford. Rashford's got a lot more speed. It's physical, yeah. George's got better defending, 7 and 3. So that's the flattest George, actually, that. 12 mental. Aerials, Rashford's better. Attacking, George is just better there. Let's go to the attributes. Yeah. So it's right in the mentals is much better, isn't it? Rashford in the physicals. That's what George needs to work on, isn't it? Oh, I'm so tempted to dive in and start pissing about with it. I'm so tempted to start doing this. I've got to do a playable save with this. I really have. This is, oh, it's so frustrating. Right, I think that's everything really. I don't think there's anything more we can really find out at this point. Apart from say, let's have a little summary. So he's been injured. He's suffered from quite a few niggly injuries, and finally he's had a bad injury that's sort of hampered his progress. He's happy. His morale is happy. He's just broke into the first team squad, probably recently, and they've adjusted his training now to match his more sort of natural position, if you like, inside forward stroke trequartista. So, and they've also moved him on the right trequartista as well, which is really interesting. If that, like I say, if that's the game engine, I'm quite impressed with that. Okay, how are United last thing? That's George. Let's see how United's doing in competitions. Top, won it last year, of course. So that's good. George isn't going to feature in any of the records, is he? So they're on 56 there. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, all well and good. I really enjoyed that. So I'm going to skip forward. It won't be a different episode. I'm going to skip forward to, what should we do? I think we might forget May now. Yeah, sorry, know what I'm talking about, yeah. We'll go to the end of the season. We'll go to May. See if he's come back. See if he plays a couple as a super sub. He's not going to get his first choice, is he? See if you can do a super sub and push Rashford at the front for that place, and yeah, see how he does. So we'll see you in a few moments for May 31st of May, 2019. Okay, so here we are back again. Scooted forward to not to Jan 19. Just ignore that a sec. We scooted forward to May, but that's in real time game in the game in the background. But I've just scooted back to January here just to get this comparison. So as we know, he was on a downer, he got injured, etc. Of course, you know, because it was only a few seconds ago. Let me go to the game now, live game. Not looked at this yet. That's good, isn't it? Look at those greens. So if you look at those, we're going up now, aren't we? So he's back from injury, obviously. But just those green arrows, that's what I meant by the greens. Just we've got 4 green arrows going up there. Let's just skip back again. So 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 3 months ago, he was going down for dribbling, down for free kicks. Everything else was static. Acceleration, pace, and strength was all going down. But now we're going up, and he's on. I think he's on. Was he on quickness for training? So that's working. Right. So back to game now. Then let's see how he's doing proper. So yeah, so I'm impressed with that. It's obviously worked. He's come back off injury. Injury risk low. He's match fit. Oh, we're now on 7 for Premier Division. That's good. Has his biography increased as well? I think we've got another tag on the end. So far lifted the English Premier Division 2000. We had that before. The English FA Cup and won the Carabao Cup. I don't think that was on before. So yeah, we've just won the Carabao Cup this year. Yeah, oh, that's good. So we've won the Premier League again. United have won again. It's funny that, isn't it? George Best comes back. He has an influence. United have won it 2 years on the run, which is quite interesting, even though he's only been on the fringes of the first team. Maybe it's his divine influence, who knows. Okay, so he's... Hang on, what's happened here? Why has his wage gone down to £110? Oh, 110,000 a week. I've not been reading that wrong right from the start, have I? Have I seriously been reading that wrong right from the start? That's hilarious if it has. Well, I said no editing, boys. I'm not going to go back and do it. But that's so funny if I've been doing it. I've got to check that. I'm going to have to check that if I've been reading that wrong. Let me go right back. Okay, so we're in Jan. I did read it wrong. Brilliant. We're in July. Let me have a look. Hang on. No, he was. So we're going back to July 17. He was actually on. Thank God for that. I thought I'd made a right dick of myself then. He was on £110 a week. That's amazing. He's times it by 1,000. Let's come back in game again. That's incredible. He's timed it by 1,000 in less than 2 years. That's pretty good. God, I thought I was going mad for a minute then. Right, anyway, back to it. I've lost my focus now. So let's have a look. Yeah, everything's going up there, isn't it? So technique's gone up. Yeah, brilliant. Bravery. We're in the right direction. Let's just go straight to training. It's going to be easy to see, isn't it? So, yeah. So we had those dips, but he's starting to push it a little bit more now. Off the ball's getting better. Yeah, stamina. Thank God for that. I thought it was going to be a bit of a downer this if he just started playing really shit and not developing. So yeah, oh, that's good. He's inside forward now. That's interesting. So he's trequartista before. He's now changed to inside forward. He's gone back onto stamina. He was on that before when they had him training as a playmaker. So he's obviously they're still playing around with his positions. Okay. So let's go to his tactics. Of course, it's just going to be his positions, isn't it? Let's have a look at this mentality fluid. So he's familiar with all the tactics. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, here we go. Should have looked at this before. He's been played as an AMC 10 times for club, 7.22, an AMR. Yeah, and there's always a ridiculous amount of traits, of course. Now they've gone down though. There's a couple of them that have gone now. So I'm wondering if they've untrained him on some of those. I don't know if he's been trained to discouraged to do them, you know. I've lost my focus a bit that way. It just really threw me. It's brilliant. Much more positives now. Much more. I think before we had it was going up. I think it was 5, then it was 7 or 9 or something. You have to excuse me. It's hard to remember it all. But he's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's already well suited to Premier Division football. He's still got the susceptibility to be injuries. His weakest game, effective aerial presence. I think that's fair. Okay, right. So yeah, he's gone up. He was 2.5 stars, was it? I can't remember. He started to go up again. Contract info, it's the same, isn't it? Yep. So no new contracts. So let's have a look at his career stats. So far, he's made 13 appearances this year, 3 goals, 6.99. Last year he made 28 with 5 goals. Of course, he got that injury though, and he got 7.11. I wanted to go to that screen. Was it analysis? No, sorry, it was form, wasn't it? There we go. This is what we wanted. This one become my favourite screen. This one. So let's have a look. First, his Hull. He got a goal. He got a 9. Brilliant. Oh, he's starting to break through. Look at this. He got a goal against Leicester. He got Arsenal. Got a goal, no assist. Only got 6.3. He got subbed off. 6.2. He's coming back from injury, was it? Yeah, 13th of April. Oh, he's back from out. He's back then, isn't it? 6.5. So it's only now he's started to really push forward. That's good. Okay. Yellow card there. He's got a good disciplinary record. So let's have a look. Inside forward in February. But that was his first game back after injury. 6.8, then an 8.3 against Liverpool. 8.3. So his goal scoring is still limited. His assists are limited as well. Let's have a look. Goals. Let's get data again. I mean, his passes. Look at that. 44, 40, 38, 29, 22, 19, 24, 20. So he's playing as a D-line playmaker there. Interesting. So he's so versatile. I mean, they're using them all over the park, aren't they? It's fantastic. So he's looking at a goal in 3, 1 goal in 3 games, which is fair. I mean, you know, in league games, he oh, that's not competitive. Sorry, in league games, that was his real stats, really. Apart from a couple of seasons, overall he did better than that. But in league games, he was banging on average about 15, 20 a season, apart from the 67, 68 season. So yeah, so he's doing really, really well. Yeah, I think that's reassuring. That I was a bit worried about that it would be at this point he'd start to sort of slip out of contention. But he's fighting for a first team place. He wants to become a regular in the first team. He's on holiday at the moment, enjoying play for the club. So there's a lot more positives in his happiness there. Believes the excellent support for the manager from the dressing room is about deserved. I'm not surprised Marino's won the trophy 2 years on the run. Good partnership on the right with Lindelof. That's good, isn't it? Brilliant. Feels Pogba. So is Lindelof playing as a right back then? Might be. Pogba is a vital player for the team. Just interesting as a United fan, where he's playing. He's playing in the centre. There you go. It's a ball playing defender. I must have given him some feeding up there. Okay. Shown little inclination to change his status within the squad. Irregular playing time, so we need more. So what I'm hoping for now, what I'm looking forward to seeing, is him now in the next year rise through the ranks and start pushing for a first team place proper. And I'm expecting, I hope I'm not wrong, but I'm expecting a big jump in those stats and those attributes in the first year, as long as he can stay uninjured. That's the big thing, isn't it? If he gets injured now, we're knackered, really. I just wanted to look at the international, sorry. So he's got 6 in 1. He's got one goal in 6. And he's 6.46. So he's not playing fantastic internationally. Right, how's United doing? We know they've won the league again, don't we? There we go, from City. That's nice, a United fan. Although, saying that, guys, I am planning on doing a City one with a wonder kid from City. So if any of you are watching this and you would like to do that, I'm going to put my bias aside and we'll do the same thing for City. Honestly, you know, I don't know the old City players, and the thing is, you've come on so much. Are they going to match in a modern team like this? I suppose you're going to be going right back to the heydays of City. Long before today, many years ago. So that wasn't a dig, by the way. So if you wanted to pick somebody from then, we can try him as a wonder kid. And then what I also intend to do is to put the save on Steam as well, the Steam file, the database, so you can have a crack at it yourself. Likewise, United fans, if you want to have anybody who wants to play against with George, if you want to try and bring him on, then all well and good, you know. So so here he is. Overview. There's his profile. Yeah, we're on the up. It's a good positive one. I think we might call that the end of the second episode, and I shall see you for episode 3 of George is Home. Okay, thank you very much. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you double liked it, please subscribe. Goodbye.
Oh, Georgie best, number 5, Georgie best, number 6.